Chronic yeast infections and what to do about them. From time to time, our body gets in a condition where it is thrown out of balance. There certainly is a delicate balance that exists in nature all around us and even with the things that we are not able to see inside of our bodies. If we are having a problem with yeast infections, it is really a matter of the yeast being allowed to grow to proportions where it is not usually acceptable. You might be surprised to learn that the yeast is actually in your body at all times, but it is kept in check by natural bacteria so that it does not grow into an infection. If that bacteria should happen to leave our body, a yeast infection will occur. There are times, however, whenever a yeast infection may become recurring and it will be difficult for you to keep it under control. These are commonly known as super yeast infections, and the name really is rather descriptive of the problem. Typically, these happen as a result of somebody using a pharmaceutical cure in order to get rid of their problem. The drugstores are full of this type of cure, but it may actually be causing more problems than what it is solving. These pharmaceutical drugs are not meant to get rid of the yeast, they are meant to kill it so that it goes back into a more acceptable number of spores. Unfortunately, it leaves behind the strongest yeast that it was unable to kill, so whenever you have another yeast infection, it is from a stronger strain. This is how vicious circle is started, and it ends up with us having a chronic yeast infection that is almost impossible to deal with. No longer will the drugstore remedies help us at all because the yeast is far too strong for it to affect them. At this point, you need to think about doing some kind of natural cure in order to get rid of the chronic yeast infection and to be free from future infections that may occur. One of the best natural yeast infection cures that is available is yogurt. I'm not talking about the store-bought yogurt, as that typically feeds the yeast with sugar. You should be using natural yogurt with nothing added and eating it every day in order to build up the natural bacteria in your body that will help to keep the yeast in check.